So it's time to introduce you to some of the owners of our cars, and the car that we know is going to attract a lot of attention is this one here. This is the Mark 1 fastback. It's the 827 SI, and it's owned by this man here who is Jeremy. Good morning, Jeremy. Lovely to see you.
Hi there, Mark. How are you?
I'm fine. Tell us about your car, how it came into your ownership and what you've done to it.
Just to very quickly clarify something, you will find me as Simon Turner on Facebook.
Good point.
I'm Simon Jeremy, but Simon is my Facebook page, but yeah, here I am. Yeah, I bought the car 18 months ago. I'd had a few in the past, back in the sort of 90s, and I loved them. And then I decided to get back into it. Found this one, which is an 827 SI. Belonged to a guy called Tim Hunter, who had a collection of Rover 800s, including this one, and this was his last one for sale. And it was a low mileage car. He'd had it for 12 years. He'd done quite a lot to it, including stripping out the subframes, painting them, new power steering rack, and basically keeping it in a good condition. I think he bought it with about 84,000 miles on the clock, which would have been now 14 years ago. And he basically garage stored it in the last 6 years. It did no more than 600 miles, and I think in between the last couple of MOTs, no more than 100 miles, possibly just to and from. So I took a bit of a gamble driving it back to Cornwall as a recommission from Whitchurch nearly in North Wales. So yeah, but it was fine. It was fine. I took it steady, and it had a fresh MOT on it, and it's all good.
So it's in lovely condition. Let's have a look around the car. So it has, of course, the distinction of being a fastback, and it really is quite an imposing looking car. People sometimes misunderstand or don't quite realise how big these cars are. They are big, long cars, and this one has plenty of space. Let's have a look around the back. So we have a tow bar here. Have you used it for towing?
No, I've never used it for towing, and I don't. The history of the car, I'm not sure whether it was. If you notice, there's an LPG point there. It has an LPG conversion on it, which works beautifully, I have to say. It runs really lovely on LPG. Never misses a beat.
And fuel consumption on LPG?
Well, again, I think there's a little bit of a myth there with LPG, and LPG is cheap enough to buy, but if you convert your litres to gas, you don't get the MPG out of it. Yeah. I'll get on a £55 fill of gas, I will get 225 miles out of it, which is, that's good.
And it works, so that's a good feature to have. Now you'll notice this car is an 827 SI, but you'll be forgiven for thinking it was an SLI, and there's a reason for that. Let's have a look inside, Jeremy. So you will notice this car, from new, came with leather upholstery. Tell us about the specification of this car.
Well, again, I have limited knowledge other than what Tim Hunter told me. He said it had come. He bought it from an enthusiast that had a collection of cars, and maybe somebody knows the car, can give me some more information, which would be fantastic. So it might have been somebody's car that they know. But all I know, it had come from a guy that had quite a collection of cars, and this had been spec'd from new. I believe the Rover Sport wheels had come with it from new, but again, I can't quantify any of this. But all I know is what you're looking at here is the original paintwork.
Yes.
Okay, I've touched in a few stone chips. I have painted the rear bumper, which unfortunately had some drama in the past and had been repainted and not very well painted. I'm not saying I've done a fantastic job, but I've definitely
It's passable
improved.
for now.
Yeah, but the rest of the car, everywhere you look, this is the original paintwork, and it's in superb condition.
It's in lovely condition.
There's no rot in this car anywhere.
And what is distinctive about this car is that even though it's an SI, it is the 827, so it's a Honda V6. It has the spoiler on the rear, it has the Rover Sport wheels, it has the leather upholstery. So actually, it's not all that dissimilar from a Vitesse in many ways. It certainly has that initial appearance and the colour, I think, really sets it off. It's a really fantastic car. It's certainly a very striking car, and it's been attracting a lot of attention here, even before the show is opened. Now, Jeremy, what are your long-term plans with this car?
Well, unfortunately, I have 3 800s now, which is probably a little bit too many for me to keep. And this one I'm going to have to move it on shortly. Not for any other reason that I can't keep 3 cars. This needs to go somewhere where somebody's going to cherish this car for the rest of its life, which there's no reason why it shouldn't be a long one. The mileage is 91,500. I've got every single MOT from its first MOT in the folder. There is no service history as such. There's a book there, there's all the leaflets. It's as it was internally, the period radio, radio cassette player. It is what it is, but I don't think you'll find a better example of a 1990 SI 827.
Superb. So Simon's going to be here on the stand all 3 days of the show. If you'd like to come and have a look at this car and talk to Simon about the car and its history and everything that's been done to it, then do come along to the show. Find us here in Hall 5. You can also contact Jeremy through the Facebook group on which this video is going to be published, and as you said earlier on, you find him as Simon Turner. So tag Simon Turner in order to contact him about this car, and Jeremy's certainly interested in talking to anyone who may be interested in being a future custodian of the car. So Jeremy, thank you so much for bringing the car all the way from Cornwall to the NEC here at Birmingham to display it for us on our stand. We're always delighted to have interesting cars, and this one certainly is an interesting car, and lovely to hear about the car, and thank you so much for being here on the stand with us. Thank you.